Hello friends, I am CMA Ratna here. We are on the fourth part for DT MCQ solving. In the previous three videos, we have solved 30 questions. From the 31st question will be covered in this video. Stake money in owing and maintaining horse races is 70,000 rupees and expenses incurred is 20,000 rupees. Its a taxable income is how much? See, I told you one thing, when there is a casual income, expenditure is not allowed. But here, this is not the casual income. This person is owing and maintaining the horses to gain the amount or to get the profit. So, expenditure is allowed here. So, total income is 70,000. From this, expenditure allowed is 20,000 rupees. This is the expenditure allowed. Only for this owing and maintaining of the horses is the allowed expenditure. Apart from this, none other expenditure is allowed. So I can say 50,000 only the taxable income for this person. Rent after deducting municipal taxes is 2 lakhs rupees. The amount of taxable income from the house property is how much? See, actually how we will do GAV minus municipal taxes. Then we will get NAV. On this 30% flat deduction is available. So here what is the NAV give? Rent after deducting the municipal taxes is given how much? 2 lakhs rupees. So this is a NAV and 30% is allowable expenditure, that is a deduction 60,000. So I can say 1,40,000 is a taxable income. Contribution to approved research, not scientific institution in case of a businessman. See, this is a 100%. Previously, it was 125, 175, something like that, but it got amended. It is a 100% only. Rebate under section 87A is allowed to an individual who is a resident in India. See, always remember, rebate is available only to the resident individual, not to the others, not to the non-resident. It is available only to the resident individual. And whose total income? See, I can tell you in simple words, if your income is up to 5 lakhs rupees after getting all the deductions and all, then you will be eligible to get the rebate under section 87A. But if your income is exceeding at least by 1 rupee also, what does it mean? If your income is 5 lakh 1 rupee also, then this exemption is not available or this rebate is not available under section 87A. Means above 5 lakhs rupees, if your income is crossing above 5 lakhs rupees, then no rebate under section 87A. See, in the examination, you may do the wrong, like you may go wrong by choosing 5 lakhs rupees. Up to 5 lakhs rupees, you are eligible for the rebate. But if it is crossing by 1 rupee also, then you are not eligible for the rebate. So, here our answer is none of the above. Because no income is exceeded 5 lakhs rupees in the given options. The payment under the Bhopal gas leakage disaster shall be, that is fully exempted one. Right? Next. Compensatory field area allowances is exempted up to, this is only remembering, this is exempted up to 2,600 rupees. The time limit for acquisition or construction of self-occupied house property for claiming deduction of interest is 5 years. Tax to be collected at source in case of motor vehicle value is exceeding. Let's assume you are purchasing the motor vehicle which is costing 10 lakhs rupees. Then he has to, the seller has to deduct the TDS at what percentage? At 1%, not TDS, TCS. Under what section? TCS under section 206C. Interest rate on refund per section 244A of 1. This is how much? See, simple words, you have paid excess tax to the department. So, you need to get the refund from the department. So, if there is a delay, the department will give you interest at 9%. And under section 244A of 1A. Quantum of deduction under section 80EE. 80EE is for the interest on house property, residential house property, interest on residential house property loan taken from the financial institution, that is up to 50,000 rupees. Means 50,000 rupees is the amount. Island duty allowances is exempted up to what? 3,250 rupees. Threshold limit for person having income from the business under section 44 AD. See, for the, if you want to claim the deduction, if you want to file the return of income under section 44 AD, then up to 2 crores rupees, if your income is up to 2 crores rupees, then you have a option to go for 44 AD. This is called presumptive taxation. Up to 2 crores rupees. If it is exceeding 2 crore rupees, you are not eligible to go for the presumptive taxation. Tax to be collected at source in case of commission on sale of lottery tickets. What is happening here? There is a person who is selling the lottery tickets for the commission purpose. So what is the TCS has to be collected? This is a 5%. Are you understanding? 5%. When a person having agricultural land sells the seeds taken from such land in nursery, which is also part of the said land. See, this is the agricultural land. From this some seeds have taken. These seeds again sold to the nursery, which is also a part of this agricultural land. So what is the nature of the income? So this is also a agricultural income. Agricultural income, not the PGBP, right? So agricultural income. An employer has paid medical insurance premium of rupees 12,000 rupees in respect of a salaried employee drawing annual salary of 6 lakhs rupees. The amount of perquisite chargeable in the hands of the employee. See what is happening here. Employer is paying the insurance premium, that is a medical insurance premium. See, pay attention. Medical insurance premium. If it is a medical insurance premium paid by the employer, that is exempted in the hands of the employee. In employee hands. What if the employer is paying life insurance? Sometimes employee will pay the life insurance premium also on behalf of the employee, right? So that is taxable one in the hands of employee. Then what to do? Again he can claim, he can get the deduction under section 80C. He can take under section 80C, he can take the deduction, right? So for the medical benefit in respect of the medical insurance, it is a not taxable one, nil taxability. The rate of depreciation for a block of assets consisting of building used for the factory premises, that is a 10%. That is 10%. In case of a HUF, Hindu undivided family, where the return of income cannot be signed by the Karta, the same can be signed by any member, any male member, any adult member can sign the return of income. Not an issue. Any adult member can sign the return of income. In case of individual or HUF, to determine whether the TDS provisions are attracted, what is to be seen is whether the person is subjected to the tax audit under section 44 AB. What is the condition to see whether the person is subjected to the tax audit under section 44 AB? See, in the previous year, what was your turnover? See, this is a previous year. The previous year income is assessed in the current year, that is the assessment year. So, to know the eligibility, like to know whether the assessee is subjected to the tax audit or not for the assessment year, we need to check the immediately preceding financial year. This is the preceding financial year turnover. Immediately preceding financial year turnover, we need to check whether the assessee is subjected to the tax audit or not. So, immediately preceding the financial year. A senior citizen having a total income consisting of a pension, a senior citizen, underline the word senior citizen, having a total income consisting of pension and let out property income aggregated to 6 lakhs rupees. 6 lakhs rupees must have paid advance tax during the financial year 15 and 16. I'll tell you in one word, if the person is a senior citizen and if he does not have any PGBP income, senior citizen, no PGBP income, then not required to pay advance tax, no advance tax. If there is a PGBP income, even though senior citizen has to go for the advance tax. Right, no advance tax. Mr. Ramji is employed in XY ABC Limited, who maintained a hospital for treatment of employees. During the financial year 15 and 16, the value of medical benefit availed by Ramji's family from the hospital was 2,10,000. The amount of medical perquisite chargeable to the income tax would be, this is also a nil, I can say. Why? What is happening here? There is a company ABC Limited. This is who maintains the hospital for the treatment of employees. See, this is a ABC Limited and it maintains the hospital. It maintains one hospital. Maintains hospital. Under this hospital is employees. This company employees are getting the treatment. Employees getting treated. So, treated for the value of, for what value? 2,10,000 rupees. For 2,10,000 rupees. Now, the question is it taxable in the hands of the employee? So, it is not taxable. This is a exempted perquisite. Nil. Mr. Lakshman occupied his apartment till December 2015 and thereafter occupied the quarters provided by the employer. The apartment of Mr. Lakshman was let out at rupees 20,000 per month from 1st January 2016. The annual value of the property would be. See, actually what we will see here, expected rent or actual rent. Actual rent for the period of let out. So, whichever is higher is the NAV. But in the question, there is no option given what is the expected rent. So, actual rent is only the NAV. Actual rent is how much? 20,000 rupees per month. Like that he has given from the January, February, March. So, 3 months. 60,000 is the value. Don't do mistake in the examination. 2,40,000. This is a wrong answer. What is the exactly right answer? Expected rent for the entire period, for the previous year, or the actual rent for which you have actually given the property on the rental basis. Whichever is higher will be your NAV for the calculation of income tax. When a company paid 5 lakhs rupees to the Indian Institution of Technology to carry on research in a field of unrelated activities of the company, the amount eligible for the deduction paid by the by way of donation would be. See here, it can be related to the activities of the business or it cannot be related to the activities of the business. If the amount is given to the approved institutions or approved universities, then it is only 100%. That is a deduction. Actually, in the question, it is not given. It is given, but answer is given something else, but it got amended. Answer is only 100%. That is the right answer. First one. Next one. Mr. A has loss from the regular business 8 lakhs rupees and income from the speculation business 11 lakhs rupees. His total income chargeable to tax is how much? See, speculative business income, he has 8 lakhs rupees, sorry 11 lakhs. Speculative business income, he has 11 lakhs rupees, and as a loss from the regular business, that is a non-speculative business. Non-speculative business loss is how much? 8 lakhs rupees. So it can be set up, and 8 lakhs rupees, remaining 3 lakhs rupees is a taxable income. AOP should consist of individuals, body of individuals, and body of individuals also. So AOP should consist of not only individuals, should be body of individuals also. So option is not there, so none of the above is the answer. An Indian company where place of effective management is outside India. See, when it is an Indian company, it got incorporated in India, it is irrespective that where is the poem, that is a place of effective management, wherever it may be, but it is a resident company because it incorporated in India, Indian company. It is always a resident company. Casual income received by the assessee, fully taxable. Free meal worth 120 rupees per meal for 200 days provided by the employer during the working hours in the remote area. See, remember, 50 rupees per meal is exempted if it is a regular one, but if it is under remote area, then complete amount is exempted, fully exempted. Are you understanding? Unrealized rent of a property shall be excluded from what? Gross annual value. See how we will calculate GAV minus taxes. Here we will get NAV, but unrealized value shall be excluded from the gross annual value. Right. Deduction under section 32 AD is allowed to. It is allowed to the corporate and non-corporate, but it should be in a notified area. The assessee must be located in the notified area. Assessee may be a corporate assessee or non-corporate assessee, not an issue. For the purpose of the computation of capital gain, securities transaction tax is not deductible, neither allowed as a deduction nor as a part of the capital. So that is not at all deductible. Neither allowed as a deduction, you cannot take the deduction, nor you can say it is a cost of acquisition. So this is not allowed. I hope you understood. Thank you.